Hello, everybody. My name is Fidelis. I'd like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to Jerusa Nyaboke for having facilitated this, for having allowed me to have this platform to bring my message across to you. When I think about achieving an equal future in a COVID-19 world, what comes to my mind is the understanding that if COVID era started and ended and nothing within you changed, your situation didn't change. If the same problems you had before COVID-19 came will be the same problems you'll have when COVID-19 ends, then you can no longer blame the world for your problems. At that point, you would have to accept that the issue is actually within you and not without. I would like to share a story about myself, which would give you a background as to why I would be appearing on your screen on such an occasion. Last year, due to unavoidable circumstances and a culmination of life experiences, I had a major shift within myself. I reached a point in my life when I started asking, what is going on? What am I here for? What am I missing? I had a good job. I was earning $15,000 a month, which is equivalent to 1.5 million Kenyan shillings. And I was living in a $500,000 house, but something wasn't right. My heart did not feel right. I felt very disconnected with my heart. And in the process of asking myself questions, trying to ask my God, what is going on and how can I get myself out of this? What is going on? I remember one evening we went for dinner with my husband, and during dinner, as we were speaking, I had a deja vu moment. I can describe it as I felt an earthquake, but an internal earthquake. And I trembled. I was afraid. Immediately, I could see myself from this perspective. So that meant I was sitting here talking to my husband, but I was seeing myself sitting talking to my husband. And that's confusing to experience it. So you can imagine me trying to explain it to you. And this happened once, twice, 3 times, and this went on for about 10 minutes. And 10 minutes felt like 60 hours to me. And in the process of that, I remember feeling a great desire to just rest, like just take a nap, and just like sleep approaches you on a day that you're really maybe busy or tired. I felt the same way, and I just drowned within myself. The only difference was, to the physical world, I was still awake. And my husband was sitting across from me at dinner. And when I felt like I woke up and I opened my eyes, I found myself still conversing with my husband. Only this time, my husband's face had tears. And I asked him, babe, what's wrong? And he says, I just spoke to my father. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, I spoke to my father through you. And I said, what did he say? And he proceeded to tell me a couple of things that he was privately dealing with. And his father had given him instructions on how to deal with it. And the biggest surprise was that earlier in the day, he had prayed and he had asked for a sign. And you can picture me sitting there in awe, completely amazed. And I said, wait, what? I mean, prior to this, I was the girl that if you even spoke about ghosts, I am running. I am not the kind. I was not the kind. I was raised in a Christian family, and we don't believe in such stuff. And in the process, and after he told me this, I was sitting there in silence thinking, wow, This is amazing. And then suddenly I had the immediate knowing that I was required to go to Kenya, and I was required to start my mission, the mission that I came to this earth for. And I said yes. And I said yes because all year long I had been asking myself, there must be more. I can't possibly live this life until I'm 60, 70, 80 years old. I was asking myself, there must be something more. And on that day, I got my answer. And I remember being so excited. And I went and I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to Kenya. And being a typical mother, a typical African mother, she said, hey, Fidelis, stop. That is how people go mad. Why, go back to Kenya? Are you kidding me? And I said, Mom, what's the matter? And she said, Guy, you haven't even built anything yet. Where are you going to stay? Where are you going to live? And I said, and something within me said, Mom, relax. Look at the lifestyle that we have. We are not Americans. We were not born here. We moved here. I moved here 12 years ago. And we are living a really good life. And before I came here, I did not have a big house. I hadn't built a house. I hadn't procured a job before I moved. I actually simply moved because I believed in America so much that I actually moved and I created a life. That's why we say that God works in ways that we cannot see. He makes a way in a place where really to us it seems there's no way. And so I told my sisters, I told my husband. Mind you, my husband has lived here for almost 20 years and he had no plans prior to this of moving back. But I believe that when there's divine intervention, miracles do happen. We are living in a world right now where women right now, we don't value ourselves. We are putting ourselves last after everybody else's need has been met. The truth is, if you are not whole, you cannot raise whole and you cannot love whole. You have to be whole 100% for you to give anything to anybody wholly. And this is the reason why forgiveness is important. For every grudge that you're holding, for every person that you hate, for everything that you allow yourself to experience that you don't like, that thing is blocking the flow of energy within you. And when the flow of energy is blocked, which comes with the flow of creation, it's almost impossible for you to create new realities for yourself. Last year at dinner with my husband, I remembered my first language, which is energy. I always knew I understood stuff before they were explained to me. And I remember growing up, I always knew what is the right time to approach my mother for anything. Because I could tell when she was in high mood and when she was in a bad mood. And so I always only approached her when she was in a good mood. And this is the kind of understanding that just comes with your sixth sense. And yes, the sixth sense is also called the third eye. And if you are raised like me in a Christian household with strong Christian beliefs and a lot of fear, then nobody introduced this to you. The reason I'm appearing on your screen right now is because you are being given a second chance. It's a second chance because many communities across the world are teaching their young kids this from a very young age. And that is how they will continue to produce more geniuses. A genius is a genius because he came up with a great idea. A great idea only comes from within, not from without. Everybody, yes, even you, when you decided to come to this earth, you decided what genius you wanted, what expertise you wanted, and you decided to use that expertise to help others. But when we came into this physical dimension, we forgot. We experienced some sort of amnesia. Initially, we came here to act, to experience life as human beings. And when we came into this earth, many of us forgot. Many of us forgot we were acting. Many of us forgot that these problems were not real. None of it was real. And instead, we got so involved in the problems and we became very, very miserable. There's a small percentage of people that have continued these traditions, have continued their spiritual life here on earth. And for those, we call them the Ascended Masters. And you can look it up. Go on Google and type Ascended Masters. I have come to discover that the most important thing that anybody can do for themselves is invest in yourself. Make sure you're enjoying your life. Make sure you're in a happy place. Think about this. The last time you were really upset, how was your environment like? I can tell you mine. When I'm upset, my husband is not happy. My kids are not happy. My whole world almost feels like it's experiencing a lot of friction. And the moment I decide I'm going to get past that, which made me very upset, somehow my environment also adjusts itself without much effort. And this, for me, confirms that we create our own reality. I'm sure we have all read the text that says you are created in the image of God. And God is a creator. And this gives you the power to create your own reality. What if I told you that whether you believe you can or you believe you cannot, either way you are right. That is why belief is very important. Even the Bible says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him, believe." If you believe you're poor, you will continue to experience a lot of poverty. If you believe that you are rich, you will continue to experience a lot of richness. And for you to better understand this analogy, after this, I would like for you to go and go on YouTube and check out a song by Dolly Parton. And the song is "The Coats of Many Colors." Your mindset is everything. And if your mindset is everything, why would you waste any moment, any time being in the wrong mindset? If I'm in the frequency of getting angry, I will continue to meet people who are angry. I will continue to meet situations that will continue to get me even more upset. But the opposite is also true. If I experience joy, I continue to experience joy from the outside. My husband is happy. My kids are happy. The shows that come on TV are very happy. And it dawned on me, wow, we can really create our worlds. And if I find anything that's going to get me upset, the first thing I ask myself is, yes, this thing did get me upset. Yes, I accept I am upset. But should I remain upset? What are the benefits of me remaining upset? Nothing other than the other person recognizing that I am upset. So I choose a different route. I approach the person and tell them, "Hey, you got me upset. I just want you to know that you got me upset. And I forgive you, but in the future, please, I don't appreciate that. Please don't ever do that to me. And if you cannot handle that, then I really don't need you in my life." And that is how you live your life of just happiness, bliss, peace. It's important because look around the world. Look at the news. There's bad news every day. Unfortunately, we all have a role that we've played towards that. For every time you think a negative thought, believe it or not, that thought is a vibration. Yes, look it up. Go on Google, go on YouTube, check it out. Every thought that you think is a vibration. And you release that vibration from where you are. And that vibration has a potential to become an actual action. So before you think something negative, think about it. In my Kikuyu culture, there is a saying that says, weka weka ni weweka, na weka oru no weweka. That is exactly what that means. If you think good thoughts, you release good energies. You're a magnet of those thoughts, and so you will continue to attract such like-minded people towards you, for one, and you'll also continue to attract more good things into your life. And the opposite is also true. When you think a lot of negative things, your physical world becomes a little bit negative. And to be honest, where there is light, darkness cannot exist. Go experiment that. If you have any dark room, the moment you turn on the lights, you cannot see any corner that is dark. And if you find any corner that is dark, you put the light, the darkness is gone. And that's the same analogy that I would like for all of us to use in our mind. I will take this opportunity as the International Women's Day to bring my challenge to you. Woman to woman, I challenge you, I dare you to reason. And this is my challenge to you. Starting today, start looking at the world as a new place, as if you just landed here from a different planet. Look around within your life, your relationships, your foods, your jobs, your friends. Take a look at it from that perspective, as if you just landed here, and ask yourself, this friend of mine, is this friend of mine serving me or draining me? This job, is it draining me or filling me up? This food, is it draining me or filling me up? And then now try and figure out what is filling you up. You need more of that in your life. Continue to fill into your life as much as you can. And in the process of filling into your life, you will meet the people that you've been planning to meet. You'll meet that perfect boss to give you that perfect job. You'll meet that perfect spouse to love you the most perfect way. You'll meet that perfect teacher to teach you the most perfect thing. It is very important that we live in alignment. And this is what it means to have your mind, body, and soul all at one, agreeing on the same things and channeling all the energy into one thing. My name is Fidelis. I am a spirit medium. I have been channeling energies of great wisdom. And if this interests you in any way, if you feel the call to want to grow and develop your intuition, my name is Fidelis, and I am a clear channel spirit medium. I channel spirits of great wisdom to help raise the vibrations of the earth. And if this calls to you in any way and you would like to learn more, feel free. You can find me on YouTube. I will link my email address and my website, and I really look forward to meeting you and working with you. Thank you.